parachutists of the Airborne Command, ready for the takeoff. And on the double come the airborne infantrymen. It's the start of battle dress maneuvers for the Army's newest fighting arm. Light and heavy equipment is loaded into the twin-motored transports. Volunteers all. The men of the Airborne Command are not part of the Army Air Forces, although closest cooperation is maintained. In this demonstration at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, the objective is to take an airport in a surprise attack. And while the fighting machinery is being loaded, the parachutists are ready to lead the skyborne army into battle. They form the advance attacking unit. Their job? To drop close to the enemy lines, knock out installations, and generally blaze the trail for the airborne infantrymen. The parachute soldier has already won his spurs on far-flung battlefronts, but this is his newest role. Inside, ready. Outside, double check on tape-covered protruding parts. And contact. The Douglas troop carriers are ready to help the Army carry its punch via the sky route. Land and air linked to dust off the enemy. Behind the ships carrying the parachutists will come the heavily laden infantry transports. But right now, we're roaring to the attack with the jump specialists. Objective sighted, and the parachutists get ready for the leap. No halt, no backward glance, as they jump out in precision line. Today, they pour out of home skies. Tomorrow, the drill will become reality. The parachutist, as the vanguard of an attacking force, is the Army's potent answer to the demands of modern warfare. Skillful hands guide the chute down. All the lessons of the Army classroom are in evidence as the parachutist drops from the sky. Where is the soldier landing? Hold tight. It's a bullseye, right into a rowboat seat. And still they come, filling the North Carolina sky. Soon they'll be in action on the ground, striking with prearranged deadliness before the airborne infantry lands to complete the attack. Out of the chutes, and in split seconds, the carefully mapped advance is underway. Nothing has been overlooked. A mishap brings another airborne section into action. The Parachute Medical Corps. Men and equipment for first aid emergencies, dropped from the sky and on the scene to treat the injured. The specially marked parachute is easily spotted, and the tools of his profession are handy for the airborne doctor. It's modern medicine, streamlined to follow the soldier into battle, into the sky, and back to earth again. Prevention and care and prompt removal to the hospital plane is the life-saving scheme. And so it is that all the injured are accounted for. Meanwhile, the main force of parachutists is closing in on the objective. The water hazard gets no halt from these advanced fighters who have been trained to take anything in stride. After the bath, the wind and sun feel good. but always on the alert. The railroads ahead, and beyond that, the airport. The parachutist timetable calls for more speed. The airborne infantry is due overhead in brief minutes. Parachutists and infantrymen must join forces at a scheduled spot on the enemy airfield. The first infantry plane is coming in. The advance continues. Now the long hours of drill are to show their final punch as men and machines, trailblazing units and follow-up forces link to finish the job. No sooner do the planes land than they're unloaded and a high-geared infantry springs into action. Jeeps on the job. Easy, soldier. The battle's in full swing, and the rehearsals just like the real thing. These pictures show the forward thrust and the tight hold on positions, all under regular battle plan. It's almost all over now. Every piece of equipment, every man on the field is in the charge. The schedule has been followed to the letter, and the final triumph is the complete surrender of the airfield. The job is done, but not completely. Avenues of possible escape must be eliminated, and that task is already in the hands of the parachutist demolition squad. The strategic bridge outside the airport is to get a lethal charge that will render it useless to troop movement. Holes are tapped and plugged with TNT. And the Airborne Command of the United States Army is about to wind up a day's work with the mark of a roaring success.